Today is January 6, 2026. It is 2:14 a.m. Yesterday, after I came from the gym, I put this video together really quickly. I was thinking about it while I was at the gym, and the moment I got home, I was like, let me put it together. So I created a list, and when I went on X and I saw this is the list that I want to do. But then I saw Harry was trending. I think it's this one. There's a couple tweets I saw that's talking about Harry. So let me go over some of them really quickly. The ones that seems to be more recent, like 18 hours ago. Let's see this one. All right, for a country that so loudly proclaim they don't want Prince Harry back, y'all sure do spend a lot of time talking about him, Duchess Meghan and their children. Isn't there a future king and his family for y'all to support? That's just a picture. This is people talking. I'm just gonna go over it really quickly. So this one was like an hour ago. Okay, so that's Harry trending, and it's still trending right now on the side. 5,617 posts. Okay, Prince Harry inherited his risk. Being a combat vet increased his risk. The media's coverage increased his risk. He's entitled to protection. It is his right. RAVEC allowed Charles and William to corrupt the process. Okay, repeating the same thing. Let's see here. What risk level 2 VIP implies? A VIP at level 2 suggests 1. High threat profile. They're considered a significant target for terrorism, organized crime, or cyber attack due to their role, status, or access to sensitive data. Politicians, executives, public figures. These are the type of people that will go under it. Heightened security posture. They're under increased surveillance and require more robust physical protection, close protection officers, secure transport, and digital security, anti-hacking, privacy protection than standard individual. Wow. 3. Proactive measures. Security isn't just reactive, it's about preventing attacks rather than just responding, moving into the severe or heightened category. Wow. So this is what Harry's thing will be under. Alright, so what's this here? I discovered a long-running social media trend which encouraged women never to settle for less with their boyfriends, partners, husband, and using Prince Harry as the poster boy for the type of man that meets a high standard. Harry will always be known as the fearless. That is true. There's more. Okay, Harry will always be known as the fearless, outstanding husband that fought all dark forces, including his family, to protect his wife and children. That is true. Okay, so let's listen to this. Oh, what's going on? Okay. So never mind. Alright, so this is another one here. Okay, after JTB. Okay. I was gonna say after JTB. So they retweeted that. Okay, let me put it in the order because just in case if I decided. Alright, so a lot of people retweeted that. Okay, at the Invictus Game in 2017, a little girl sitting next to Prince Harry began stealing popcorn from his bucket. He saw it but acted like he didn't notice. Instead of stopping her, he smiled and played along. The moment showed his humor and gentle nature. The clip went viral for its pure and light-hearted charm. But you know, every time I look at this, yes, Harry did his thing. This is a child and all of that. But the thing that I have problem with is the mother. It's the mother that I have problem with. I'm sure you will see the little girl is putting her hand into Harry's thing. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna play it to see. I think I've seen it, but I don't think the mother did anything. Okay, there she is. She was looking at it just right at the beginning. Okay, she saw it. She didn't do anything. Yes, Harry did his thing. That's a little girl, a toddler, doesn't know anything. But the mother should have done something. That's my only problem with this. And then if Harry said, oh, she could, then that's a different story. Okay? If Harry had already told the mom, that's fine, she could take that, then that's a completely bogus. Whatever I just said, out the window, it doesn't imply here. But the mother saw it, she didn't say anything. That's my only problem. Alright, so I think I have this on my list, but let me pause. Let me just make sure. Yes, I do. That is the first one that I have on my list, so let's leave it alone. Alright, let's see this one. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because I post about Prince Harry and Meghan does not mean I give a F about a British royal family. In fact, I don't. So stop sending me shit about them on here or TikTok. I could not care less about those ugly people. Alright, so after this one, that will be it, because that's a retweet of that I already went over. When a humanitarian marries another humanitarian, the Sussexes, Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. Is that a video? That's just a picture. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay, so this is my last one. Prince Harry will always be that legend of a warrior that made brave decisions, which earned him the vengeance of an establishment and a toxic but powerful family. And toxic family, you're rarely giving a real choice. Either you stay quiet and become part of the dysfunction, or you speak your truth and become the enemy. There's no middle ground, only the painful courage of choosing yourself, wife, and children. Okay, so I went over this and whatever, this one that I went over. Alright, so Harry was trending, so I went over some of those tweets. Now let me do what I have on my list. So while I was putting these on the list and I decided to read this, which I did not read when I was going over it, so let me read it just in case you guys didn't see it. Prince Harry left a whole country, a royal family, and abandoned his kingship claim for his girl, and your man can even block a girl. Girl, bye. What was it? Let me pause it. Prince Harry left his country for a woman, and y'all can't even block a female. Anything else? What's that? Prince Harry left a whole country for his girl, and your man can't even block a girl. Okay, so they all pretty much saying almost the same thing. Prince Harry left a whole country for a woman, and y'all can't even block a female. Don't settle for less, ladies. Alright, there's that. They're saying the same thing, Okay. So, now, let me focus on my list, and I believe that's the JTB video. Where is it? Now, let's focus on my list. So pretty much all the tweets that I just went over, they were all under Harry trending. Oh, it's still trending. I went over some of them. Alright, and he was one of them under the trend. Prince Harry possibly regaining armed security in the UK is bigger than royal chatter. Safety changes access. Access changes everything. This story just entered a new phase. Okay, I'm gonna say allegedly. Okay, because I did a video already. It's already been made public. Where is it? It has security in it. Okay, so it's already public. When I was reading some of those tweets under that, which has to do with security as well, it seems like it's a tabloid that's talking about it. Okay, article, I read some part of the article. I left the archive link in the description. So it doesn't seem like either Harry or Meghan or their spokesperson said anything. It seems, or the government said anything. It seems like it's the tabloid that wrote that piece and we're talking about it. So for now, it could be true, but for now, let's say allegedly. Put an asterisk in it, okay? Alright, so I read this. Let's listen to JTB. JTB usually have a good analysis of things, so let's hear what he has to say.
UK royalists are about to be served a whole plot twist. And a certain brother and future king is about to have a tantrum. Prince Harry might get his armed security back, just in time to bring Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet to see their grandfather, King Charles. Literally the headline of the moment. Let's unpack this like a group chat scroll.
To tell you the truth, I really don't think Charles care. Alright? It's just for posturing and to get positive coverage. I don't think Charles care. The only thing that Charles care about is the fact that he get good publicity. And if Harry bring the kids to see their grandfather, I hope it's just private. I hope there's no picture put out and nothing. Just for the memories of the kids. When they get older, they know they got to meet their grandfather, and they'll know that their grandfather, the king, and Archie has pictures with his great grandmother from the father's side as the former monarch. So that will be theirs to keep. And when the kids are older, if they want to share the picture, that's fine. But right now, just keep it private.
This is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
Family thing. All right, so let's continue.
Prince Harry lost his full UK protection after stepping back from his royal duties, which was a major error, and literally forced him to go through legal fights last year to get them back. Fast forward to now, and reports say an official review has basically concluded that he triggers the criteria for armed security, meaning he is poised to gain that coverage when he travels back to the UK. Security isn't just some bureaucratic badge for Prince Harry. It's literally the thing that now could unlock seeing his kids meet their grandfather safely. The conversation aren't just about badges and protocol. They're about what it means to cross borders when your life is public and on the clock. Now, the narrative in royal reporting isn't just will he get royal protection, but when can he bring Archie and Lilibet for family time? There's this energy around reconnection that feels like something bigger than paperwork. This whole move, security coverage actually coming through, has the internet buzzing in ways that feel more human than headliney. Because at the heart of it is kids, family, safety, homecomings. That's the moment everyone's watching as it unfolds. And that's the read. This is the notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
There was something that he said. When he said that Harry went to the court system, to get the process. I think it was somewhere maybe around here.
Through legal fights last year to get them back.
Exactly that part. Harry did everything in his power to corner the royal family and to say, legally that they are the problem. The royal family is the problem, preventing him from getting the security. So Harry did everything under his power. So in the future, people will not say, oh, Harry did not want protection, royal protection, because whatever nonsense they claim that Princess Diana said, which I don't believe is true. Because they claim that Princess Diana did not want protection because there might be spy for Charles and things like that. And look what happened to her.
In October 1996, Princess Diana flew to Italy to be given a medal for her contribution to humanitarian work, especially in the field of public health. When she had attempted to withdraw from public life back in 1993, she had insisted on her Scotland Yard bodyguards being permanently removed, apparently because she was worried that they might be spying on her.
So Harry did everything legally, not through the tabloid, not through some nonsense, but through the legal system to show people that he wants security and it's his family that's preventing it. All right? Prince Harry didn't lose his security after he stepped back. He lost it when he threatened to sue the Fell and William's assistant Christian John. He was threatened with losing his security. He sued and KC3 and RAVEC followed through. Don't help them rewrite history. To a certain extent, yes. Yes, but the family, this is the narrative that they were putting out there to make us believe. This is what I'm saying. He went through the legal system. This is why we know all of this. Okay? This, I think I have a screenshot of what this tweet is making reference to. There's one comment underneath. Okay, thank you. Prince Harry refused to remove Christian John's name from his lawsuit, and that is why Charles pulled his security. Note, Christian Jones is never mentioned in news stories, even though he was knee-deep in the Harry and Meghan smear campaign. Alright, so that's that. Alright. If they're making such a U-turn, it means things are extremely bad for them. Royals over there and the royals themselves are noticing how bad things are. No one cared about their whole Christmas and New Year's event. If they're making such... Okay, I just read that. It's highly irritating that UCC just repeat tabloid, right-wing media talking point like King Charles can finally see his grandkids. When did he say anything close to that? So far, he hasn't shown any interest in these kids since their birth. He evicted them and their parents. Okay, for God's sake. I agree with that as well. Just when I stop and rewind the video where I said Charles doesn't care about the kids. That's all well and good, but Charles could have got on a plane at any time to visit them in the 5 years since they left Britain. A grandfather who actually cared about his son would have done this without a thought. Okay, King Charles chose to put his son and his family last. Okay, the security he should have never lost in the first place. And as far as Charles wanted to see his grandchildren, get on a plane, go to Montecito, problem solved. Yeah, that is true. No, I think many of us see almost the same thing. And I think JTB was just focusing on whatever the tableau was saying. Alright, next tweet. Security as well. Okay. RAVEC's handling of Prince Harry's case reflects palace power under King Charles. So that's the article. I'm not gonna read it. Let's just see what some squaddies are saying. Not just King Charles, but Shadow King Charles. We know his mother wanted security for the Sussexes. Okay, that's Queen Elizabeth. It was Charles and his rep that blocked it. This reflects a misuse of power and betrayal of public trust. During Harry's security ordeal, many of us frame RAVEC denial of security in the context of punitive king and heir apparent abusing their authority. We were mocked for our views, but we were right. Okay, so this is a squaddy who's been in the game for a very long time. Okay, she retweeted herself here back in 2025, July. I think that's when Harry was going to court and all of that. Alright. It's far more complex than retributive justice for stepping down from a senior role. Coercion was used on funding and security became... Oh, let me go into it. Alright. I'm not going to read all of... Oh, she did. Okay, I'll read what's there. Coercion was used on funding and security because Harry is a whistleblower whose lawsuit against the son named Williams go between and leaking anti-Sussex stories to Dan Wootton. And what is it? Byline did a piece about this, about Christian John, Dan Wootton, and all of that. It's in one of my videos. I think I have the byline cover as part of my thumbnails. I always wonder why Wootton keeps quiet about this. It doesn't benefit him to go up against someone on the cusp of becoming king. Member of that institution committed malfeasance against Harry and his family and revoking security despite his threat risk assessment. As Harry explained, RAVEC never employed its own procedure and readily downgraded his status. That's an inside job, not about to change. So that's that. Go back. So she retweeted herself. I went through that. Whatever's on the screen, and then that's it. A very well written article. Good. Do you understand the difference between absolute monarchy and a constitutional one? King Charles has no political executive power over the Home Office. This is what we think. Yes, this person is right. This is what we think. But this is the wording they put out there for the people. I remember someone responding to in one of my videos about that, but the way they practice, what they actually do, is completely different according to what's on the books. This person is right, but in reality, they don't function like this. This is why Harry was like, he was surprised to see people who work in the palace also work at RAVEC, and they were making decisions about him. That should have been left completely to RAVEC professional who their background is to do these kind of things. All right, there's one comment under this. Let's see. Can I see? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll go over all of this. You can keep claiming this all you like. The people who are actually involved in the risk assessment process have clearly stated that the only thing that will stop Harry's security being reinstated is the palace. Your entire argument was shattered completely by them. Alright, although the palace could intervene and prevent the approval being granted, it is believed to be unlikely, with the king understood to be keen to have his grandchildren visit home soil. Alright, so the squad have receipt. Okay, you do realize that, okay, the person came back. You do realize that the only sources for this whole story so far is the Sussex camp, not the Home Office or RAVEC. No, they did. So far, the only statement coming from the government on this matter is this. The government officials said the UK government's protective security system is rigorous. Like I said, this is what they put. Yes, but that's not what they're practicing. Okay, Osho conveniently leave out the part that mentions sources from the Home Office because that suits your narrative that this whole thing is from the Sussex camp. There's a thumbs up. Formality sources at the Home Office have indicated that security is now on for Harry. All right. Okay. So it keeps on going. All right. So you could pause your screen and read. Pause your screen and read. Let's go to the next tweet. Is making reference to Harry's security. Okay. Apparently, Willy and Kate are sick with worry at the thought of Harry getting his security back because they thought they had banished him into exile. This is the stuff of Shakespeare with a jealous and evil heir who fears his charismatic younger brother. Alright, so, oh my god. There's a lot of reading. I may not read all of them. Prince Harry's security when Wilsick and William. Harry seems confident he will be getting his security back, meaning he can start planning a new life with a hugely beefed up UK presence. Alright, so Tom's like who wrote that. Okay, relevant screenshots. Okay, she add more. Sources or not. Okay, so there's the part here. Whenever they say sources, just question mark. Sources are now briefing journalists that they believe his police protection will be restored. If this turns out to be true, it changed absolutely everything. This is a fight Harry spent millions of dollars pursuing, the case he himself described as the most important of all. Yeah, he even said it in Spare. This is what he was most fear of.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history.
And I think this is why the UK used it against him, because this is what was most dear to him. Okay, I'll put the part where he said that in Spare.
I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history.
That was during the Sandringham summit. When they were trying to talk about his plan and things like that as working warrior. Why does it matter so much? Because it blows apart what many insiders assume was the establishment's long-term plan for dealing with Harry exile. The model here was Edward VIII, later Duke of Windsor, who was neutralized and rendering irrelevant through banishment. And the thing is that when Harry was talking about leaving, the discussion, even before the Sandringham summit, when things starting to get really bad. It was bad. It was getting really bad around that time. Okay, this is where Harry was discussing with them where he wants to move. And most of the places that he chose were Commonwealth countries. South Africa was one, and I believe maybe Canada at some point, was one as well. And each time, Canada was never mentioned, and this is why they didn't know where he was. But other Commonwealth countries. But once he tell them where he wants to go. They quickly made it public, and then it prevent him from pursuing that. Okay, I think Harry was gonna go quietly. Okay, the way that they wanted him to. Maybe just work with Santa Bali, probably his charities here and there. But each time he mentioned to them his plan, they make it public, and it make it impossible for him. So it's like they literally shape Harry's path for him, and Harry made the best of it. Okay, so let's continue. Without security, Harry's trips back to the UK are complicated and expensive. But if Harry gets his security back, exile is effectively over. He can come and go from the UK at will at no personal cost. He may also regain international protected person status, entitling him to UK government security even overseas. It will be hugely expensive, but cost is not really the issue bothering his brother. The real issue is the impression of legitimacy. Harry being risked through London with a police escort sends a particular message about his position. That, William, if this nonsense is in his head, even though I think it is, okay, he needs to experience what he wants for his brother. This guy is freaking, I can't believe he came from Princess Diana. Let's continue. Security coverage for him and his family will reopen many doors that have been firmly shut for years. I have reported before that Harry intends to educate his children in England. I think this is over. I don't think it's gonna happen. I was once told wrongly. Harry himself later said that Ethan was being considered. That was then. This is now. I don't think Meghan is gonna let herself go freely like that. The danger is still there. But unless if push come to shove, but I don't think so. I was once told wrongly. Harry himself later said that Ethan was being considered, but my sources remain convinced that he wants them back in the UK. Nah, they don't know. Okay, that's not true. Partly this is about establishing them as member of the British royal family. No, I don't think so. Because Harry already told us. When Anderson Cooper asked him, does he wants to return as a working member of the royal family? He said no.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
No.
Maybe to just visit and hang out with his family, the kids around his kids' age.
This is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
But I don't think this is just BS. Okay, I'll read some of it, but I don't think this is true because they're saying sources. Harry will never tell people this kind of thing. Okay, if this is what he wants for his kids. Alright, partly this is about establishing them as member of the British royal family, but another factor is Harry's anxiety about gun crime in the United States. Harry never mentioned this. Let's just say allegedly. A victory on security will enable a return not as a contrite prodigal, but as the head of a parallel court, trading on royal status while remaining entirely free of royal discipline. For William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, preparing for an eventual change of reign, this is an appalling prospect. Okay, sources close to Harry. Okay, again, whenever they say sources, put an asterisk next to it. Alright, sources close to Harry remain nervous. Okay, anybody go feel that way. They fear a last-minute stitch up by RAVEC. Even if the risk management board rules in his favor, they are not quite ready to declare victory. But my view is that it is hard to see how this doesn't end with Harry getting what he wants. Alright, what else? Okay, then in 2 weeks, his super case against Daily Mail open in London. While sources tell me, again, whenever you hear sources, they don't know. While sources tell me Harry still absolutely wants to take it all the way, that's because in all the 2 previous lawsuits, Harry wanted to take it all away. Alright, so this is why they're saying that. While sources tell me Harry still absolutely wants to take it all the way, some of his co-plaintiffs are getting extremely nervous about the life-changing legal costs they could be setting themselves up for, even if they win. The decision by a key witness to repudiate their witness statement hasn't helped nerves. Anyway, judging by the way this year has already started, January is going to be lively. Yeah, this is just little pieces. They don't know anything. Let's pause this. Of course they are. There's the yawning. Every time the Sussexes step out, they shine so bright. They show how weak, fake, and irrelevant the others are. Prince Harry and Princess Meghan in the UK will always be a problem. That's exactly why they stripped their security. Alright, this is a piece by the squad. There's music in it. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I spent too much time. Alright. I'm exactly 30 minutes. So let's stop here. Okay, and I'll start the next tweet, and it starts with JTB about Obama, and then there's more tweet about the Avengers. I'll start the next tweet with this. Okay, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.